What's up guys, Sullivan Tipton here, super excited to be here. Love that disc. I'm gonna get into my 2024 in the bag. So on the West Coast swing, my go-tos here are my distance drivers, so I got a lot in the bag at the moment. I got two Hypercanes here. This green one, super beefy. If I'm throwing into a headwind, anything with a lot of wind, throwing this guy, I can trust it out pretty well. A little bit straighter Hypercane here, less wind. Now my go-to, my bread and butters for this entire year, and especially here on the West Coast when we're throwing a lot of bombs, are my Hurricanes. I got 4 in the bag because of different stabilities and everything. The first one, my most overstable, is my 2024 Tour Series Hurricane here. Chop forehand, overstable, rip backhands. This one's gonna fight out every time, super beefy. My go-to distance driver for backhands is this old circle stamp Hurricane. Bombing these out on hyzer. It stands up a little bit, but it's always gonna have a good consistent fade. 2 flippy guys right here. Old circle stamp Hurricane and a first flight Hurricane. Stand up forehands, these go a long way. And that's it for the distance drivers. All right, now onto my fairway drivers. Starting off with strictly backhand only, or my 2 bonsais. I got this one from Andrew Miranda last week. I was like, dude, I need a stable bonsai. He's like, I got you. I said, let's go. So he gave me this one right here. Super sweet. This thing is nice and overstable for good, just straight to hyzer, backhand shots. Then I got a pretty seasoned bonsai right here, first flight. It's gonna pretty much throw it flat. It's gonna go straight for a while, but still have a good consistent finish going left. Going on to my overstable fairway drivers. The first one I got here is a Hellfire. Most stable fairway one right here. Chop, forehand, and it's gonna come out every single time. I got 2 Raptors, 1 stable, 1 pretty flippy. And then my last fairway driver in the bag is this Pipeline. This thing goes far. It's stable for a pipeline. This is the 2024 Cold Redolent Series 1. These things are nice and beefy, and for a pipeline, they're amazing. All right, now going into my mid-ranges. Probably my go-to mid-range out of all of these is the Quake. This thing is my bread and butter mid-range that I toss out on any course, anywhere, open, woods. This thing is super consistent every time. I'll throw it on backhand, but primarily forehand. This has been my moneymaker this year for any distances around like 300, maybe even 250, maybe even 350. I'll even rip this thing. But the Quake is amazing and I love it. And then I got 2 pretty straight mids. My longest flying one is this Katrina Allen Rift here. This thing it used to be pretty beefy. I've beaten it a little bit and it goes really far, super straight. 2009 aftershock here. This thing is really good. Love it a lot, pretty straight. Then my bread and butter in the woods is this Squall. Some of y'all, if y'all been throwing DGA for a while, you're like, I love the Squall, but no one throws it. I'm here to tell you, I throw it, especially in the woods. I break this thing out a lot. It's amazing. I think it's one of the most underrated discs in DGA. Squall is amazing. This is one of the stock ones they gave me, and I've rocked with it ever since, and I love it. So there we go with the mids. All right, now to my putters and approach for my last section of the bag. Got 2 CT Lunas, pretty straight, that I putt with. Then I've got the Sonar. I've been throwing this thing on backhand up shots. It fights wind. It's great for anything really like 200 feet and in. I'll just toss this out no matter what the conditions are, and I know it's gonna come back and have a pretty consistent finish, and it's gonna stay pretty close to the basket. It's not gonna take too much skip. Loving the Sonar. And then forehand approach shots, zones, and that is my in the bag. Hope y'all like it.